Hey everybody, it's Brian Davis, Mr. Buysalot, bringing you a collection video that we purchased. A lot of people seem to like the video where we purchased 50,000 comic books. From that video, we have 3 other deals that we're going to be going and possibly looking at. One is in Arkansas, one is in Memphis, Tennessee, and then one is in Pittsburgh. All collections of 50,000 plus comic books. So we may have a lot more comics coming. We just made an offer on an estate clean out in Pennsylvania, so I would be flying up there. I know this is a little hard for people to relate to who watch these kind of videos. A lot of times, the reason that we don't get, a huge amount of following is it's hard to relate to me and to my business model. I've been doing this a long time, guys. I am a reseller first. I'm a YouTuber second. I've bought and sold since I was 3 years old. Had a booth inside of Rentagers in Adamstown, Pennsylvania when I was 15 years old. Started collectors clubs in my high school in Kutztown. We started a baseball card collectors club. And, I've been doing this my entire life. I've had employees. We have a huge eBay store. We obviously do YouTube auctions. I have a ton of stuff. It's a lot easier for me to go out and buy very large quantities than it is for most of you. I like to show you guys what's out there and to not be afraid as you grow in business. Don't be afraid of following your gut. I do not comp everything that I buy. I just don't have time to do it. And I feel like the best way for me to learn is to make mistakes. So on certain things, of course, I have some inside knowledge, or I can call a friend, we'll phone a friend and get some help. But a lot of times I go off my gut instinct. Sometimes those are $10,000 deals. I've bought deals in the $100,000+ range. A lot of times it's $100 or $200 carload of stuff. Bought out stores and dealer inventories and estates. But here is what excites me, and I'll show you guys. When you find a collection like this, so I started out with sports cards in 87, 86, 87. Did sports cards for about 3 years, and then I know nothing about sports cards now, about the new stuff. Then I got into toys, and then I got from toys into ephemera and paper goods, and I really found a love for paper and photography. But when I did toys, Hot Wheels were always popular. And over time, Redline Hotwheels have become one of the hottest and biggest markets out there. You can just never find a nice collection that is within reason. Either the people that have them don't want to sell them, or the people that have them have destroyed them, or people want too much money. In this instance, I took a bit of a shot, and I paid real money for this collection. This collection, came available to me a month ago or so. I went back and was talking to the guy the other day. He gave all of his proceeds from Veterans Day to the Wounded Warrior Project. So we came to a deal where he originally wanted right around $12,000 was the initial number, and then it came down to $10,500 if he took out some of the yellow cards, because his son is in the military and collects the yellow cars that are generally this color. And so he pulled those out, and we pulled out enough for him to keep one tray of 32 cars out of about 206 or 208. I can't remember the exact number. I will give you the number in this video, though. And what we came up with was he came down to $10,000 for this collection here. I couldn't bring myself to do it at $10,000. I think there is a good amount of value here, especially if you sit down and piecemeal every single vehicle. A white interior may be better than a black interior. A brown interior may be better than both. There's different kinds of bases on the cars. Some of them have painted grills. Some of them do not. Some of them have door lines. Some of them do not. There are rare colors Like there's an ice blue versus regular blue. Those are all hot pink. Hot pink's a rare color in most Hot Wheels. In here you can see there are two different tones of pink. One is salmon or watermelon, and the other is hot pink. So cars tone as you touch them. Major collectors want them as nice as possible. A lot of these I would say are 8s in condition. Some people would look at this collection and go, oh my gosh, everything is mint. It's not. A lot of these cars have some play wear. There's a few in here that might be 9s, but for the most part, they are lower than a 9 or 10. But there are some incredibly rare color variations and colored cars in this collection. And I actually phoned a buddy of mine that collects Redlines and just went over, I sent him pictures, and he showed me the ones to make sure that I got, that, that I didn't give to the guy in the 32. And there are cars there that he would like, but I wanted to show you guys this video first before I decided what I'm going to do with these. So my options for these are, I can send these to a good auction house, and they will sell, probably trade lots or lots of 4. There are single cars in here that if you look on eBay, there are sold results of certain cars in here, $600, $700, $800, $900. There may even be something a little bit higher than that in 1 or 2 of the cars, depending on variation of the base and whatnot. So I can eBay these, take a little while of time, or we can bring these to YouTube or whatnot. I am really considering bringing these to whatnot, which is entirely insane because whatnot prices, you guys can go on whatnot and buy and resell on eBay for like double to triple in a lot of cases. But I haven't seen anybody bring up any vintage Redlines. So I'm considering doing this on whatnot or on my YouTube channel. If we get a bunch of comments below that want to see this come to our YouTube auctions, then that's what we'll do. If not, then we may eBay it or we may whatnot it. But I have $7,000 invested in this collection. I let him keep 32 cars. I offered him $7,000. That's what I wound up paying. It's a lot of money. I could have bought a real car. Like, I could have bought a used car for my son for that price. But you can look online any day of the week and find used cars. You cannot find a quality collection of original vintage Redline Hot Wheels anywhere with this kind of variation, these colors, and anything like that for a reasonable price where I felt like I could make some money. So I'm just kind of showing you guys as I tell you about this deal in specific. Some of these cars are very common and don't hold a lot of value, maybe $30. Some of these cars are very rare, 100, 200, 500. So I just wanted to point out to you guys that if you watch this video and you're ever out at a yard sale or something and you see original Redlines, my email is always available. You guys are welcome to send me pictures and ask me if I'm interested. I pay finder's fees, so if you walk into a collection of a couple hundred cars or a bunch of carded cars and it's $10,000, I know that's a lot of money, but if you want to send me that deal, I'll pay you a finder's fee. So you don't lay out any of your own money. I'll buy the collection, I'll do the work, I'll lay out the money, I'll use my knowledge, and it may turn out to be a really good deal for you because you could make, $1,000, $2,000. When I buy, I pay finder's fees based on the value that I'm going to sell for, not on what I buy it for. So if somebody walked in to your shop or your yard sale and had this collection and said, hey, I'll take $500 for this, and you didn't have $500 and you called me and I bought this collection for $5,000 and I sold it for $10,000, I'm not giving you 10% of $500. I'm giving you 10% of the $10,000. So you're going to get $1,000. So, I just wanted to point that out for you guys out there who are looking. I'm going to show you real quick what makes a Hot Wheels valuable and what to look for when you're out shopping at the markets and yard sales and estate sales and auctions. And hopefully this will make you money. Even if it doesn't come to me, I'm fine with that as long as this video helps someone and makes someone money. I want things to change people's lives from our videos, and I want to show you, like, you know, cool stuff that maybe you had as a kid, or your husband had as a kid, or your son had, or something like that, where this touches you personally. So let me show you. We'll just use a regular common car. Okay, so here is a pretty common car. Okay, this is a paddy wagon, and it should even say it right there on the bottom. There's this paddy wagon, 1969 Mattel. Hot Wheels are from, I believe, 67 was original, all the way up into about 72 to 74. They did some enamel paint and the Redline wheels. So this is what makes them a Redline wheel. This is, you can see the red line on there. Let me see if I have a non-Redline car in here. I think there's about... So this car comes in a couple of variations. Here is a Redline version. And I will show you guys a regular, what you're typically going to find. Okay, so here is a regular version. But you can see no red line on the wheels. So on the bottom of this one, you'll see Hot Wheels, Neat Streeter. So what you do not want to see is when you flip them over, you want to see the red line. When you flip them over, you do not want to see the Hot Wheels emblem, as far as like the little swooshy tag that you see on new modern Hot Wheels packages. And you don't want it to say vintage or classics on the Hot Wheels. You want them to be original from the 60s or early 70s. That's what makes a Redline Hot Wheels Redline Hot Wheels. Show you a quick variation if I can. I have a hard time getting these out of the boxes. Let me grab. Okay, variations matter. So as you can see here, we have two pit crew cars. They are both pretty much identical. What do you see that's different? The one closest to me is more valuable than the one further away from me. Why? Pretty much the same condition. Well, this one has a white interior, and this one has a black interior. The black interior one does happen to have the original sticker on the bottom, which usually doesn't happen. And this one does not. So those are your two variations. Their white interior is better for that particular car. As you can see, when you see cars like this, you always want to look to see if the bubble is broken. It is on this one. That hurts the value. I will probably just take that bubble entirely off. When you look at Dioras and Fleet Sides and items like that, you want to make sure that they have the surfboards. Let's see, I know I have one in here somewhere. Okay, somebody pointed out for me. I am looking for it, looking for it. It's not there. There we go. So you want to make sure that they have original surfboards. They do reproduce these. They also reproduce tires. So you want to look for that. When you see the snake and mongoose, you want to open them up and see if the numbers underneath the hood, I believe, are 69, 69, or 70, 73, 73. But there's a variation on these two cars that makes certain ones very valuable. Color variations are huge. One car may have a louvered hood or a louvered back end. You can see there's different colors. This is a standard blue, and then you get like a turquoise, ice blue. You get red. Obviously, most Hot Wheels were for boys, so hot pinks were not very popular, which makes them rare and makes them better. So hopefully this video helps you guys. Please comment below. Feel free to share this out anywhere you'd like to. Hit that thumbs up, and make sure you hit the bell notification. Subscribe to the channel. I try to show you guys as much as I can. I try to tell you directly, like, look, I spent this on this collection. I know a lot of you can't spend that kind of money. I do. Trust me. I was there. I started out buying 50-cent packs of cards, dollar table lots at flea markets and auction sales. And this is 30 years ago, guys. So I was there. I just want to help you guys get to a point where you can have a better life. And I'm always open for questions, or if you guys need help, or you know about collections that you want help with, if you should buy it, advice, if you want me to buy it, pay you a finder's fee, that's always an option also. But at the end of the day, I think it's awesome to show you guys this kind of a collection because it doesn't come up that often where you can buy something like this. Hope you guys enjoy this. Please make sure to hit that thumbs up. And let me know in the comments below if you want to see these come to our YouTube auction, to whatnot, or if you think I should eBay them. Okay, guys. Thanks. Hope you guys had a great weekend. And God bless all of our troops. Thank you, everybody. It's Mr. Buysalot signing off.